Hello everyone, it's Odd Guardian here. In this how to play video, I'm going to take a look at Odd Paladin in a budget form. Well, what does it even mean to have a budget odd deck? Well, you obviously still need Baku the Moon Eater as the only legendary card in this deck actually, and only epic card as well. But without Baku you can't really build any odd deck, so you have to have that one. But simply crafting Baku, or again for even decks, opens up a wide variety of decks that you can then build fairly cheaply around it, that you don't have to have other legendary cards, because this build around card itself is so strong. In case of Odd Paladin, this particular build costs 2980 dust, so Baku is 1600 and then it's 1380 for all the rest of the deck. Obviously, being a budget build, you are missing out on something. You are missing out on Leroy, you're missing out on Witch's Cauldron, you are missing out on Corridor Creepers. Instead, this build uses a bit more old-fashioned stuff like Stormwind Champion and Divine Favor, and I've thrown in a pair of Paragons of Light to the Corridor Creeper slot. I realize that this inclusion might be a little bit controversial. After all, this is a rare card that doesn't currently see play in any meta decks. That said, I have always enjoyed this card myself, and I've also had pretty good results with it every once in a while in various Paladin builds. In this deck in particular, getting that Paragon of Light buff, while this mini has 3 or more attack, it has taunt and lifesteal, is quite simple because you have veterans, you have Blessings of Might, you have some right mauls, you have Stormwind Champion, you have Fungalmancer. There's a ton of ways to buff up the Paragon of Light's attack so that you can gain the benefit. And having some of these high health buddies helps you protect the rest of your board. If you really don't want to craft this one, then you could try by starting with something like a Glowtron. Glowtron could help you solidify your 1-drop base a little bit more, but I think it's a little bit lacking in power and in mid-game draws at that point. The overall game plan of Budget Odd Paladin is exactly the same as a regular Odd Paladin. You want to get minions on the board, you want to get wide boards, you want to buff those boards, you want to use the fact that you have many minions to get down some big Frostwolf Warlords. You want to control the game, and you want to ultimately kill your opponent. Depending on the opponent's capabilities and your hand, you either just hit them in the face or you take smart trades and control the board. Remember, your Baku empowered hero power gives you 2 1/1 tokens every turn, so that's incredibly powerful and will allow you to refill the board time and time again. So try to make the most out of your hero power, so that if there are board clears, then you can play a little bit more cards and hero power again. There's a board clear, you play a little bit more cards and hero power again, so that you will ultimately run the opponent out of removal. Also try to plan your buffs so that they are as difficult to remove as possible. Stuff like Blessing of Might on a Divine Shielded minion, for example, hiding your buffed minions behind a Divine Shield Taunt maybe, or Fungalmancer on minions that have health that doesn't make them easy to remove. For example, Firefly is generally very good Fungalmancer target, becoming a 3/4 when your tokens become just 3 trees, because 3 damage comes from Flanking Strike or Hellfire, but 4 damage is much more difficult to come by. In general, try to build boards that your opponent will find difficult to remove, while making as much of your hero power as possible. As for the mulligans with this deck, you're really looking for your 1-drops. All of these 1-drops, Veteran, Squire, Firefly, Lost in Jungle, Protector, all of these are good. Obviously the Veteran is a little bit worse than the others, because you want to play that after you have already something. But you desperately need a 1-drop. You want to get on board on turn 1 with this deck. In addition to 1-drops, you're generally looking for the Unidentified Maul. Unidentified Maul can give you great buffs to your minions, so you can get 1-drop, hero power, Maul for a very powerful opener. Sometimes if you already have a couple of 1-drops in hand, you might consider keeping something like a Raid Leader, so that you can make those 1-drops trade more effectively, or push more damage. And if you're in a slower matchup and you already have a great hand, you might even consider keeping something a bit more expensive like a Fungalmancer or Frostwolf Warlord, or even a Vine Cleaver. But I would only keep such cards if I knew that the matchup is going to be a slow one and I already have my early game. The general rule of thumb is just 1-drops, Maul, go. And if this was the full cost version, it would be 1-drops, Corridor Creeper, Maul, go. When comparing the budget Odd Paladin to a full cost Odd Paladin could look something like this. So this build has Corridor Creepers in it, there's a Leroy Jenkins, there's a Witch's Cauldron. This is a build that I really like to play myself, but many people are currently actually using Prince Liam in this slot where I have the Ironbeak Owl. So that would be a further option if you want to play a full cost deck. The path from the budget deck to the full cost deck starts with Corridor Creepers. I realized that this can be a little bit controversial. After all, Corridor Creeper is from Kobolds and Catacombs, so it's going to rotate out in April, and that does kind of hurt a little. But Corridor Creeper is an incredible card. It is the highest win rate card of the archetype, and it's a card that you always want to keep in your mulligan if you have it, because ultimately, just from your hero power tokens dying, it will become a 0-cost minion, which will allow such huge tempo swings. So that's why I would still do it first, even though it hurts a little bit because it's rotating. And taking out the Paragons of Light and putting in the Corridor Creepers makes the deck already a little bit stronger. The next step in improving the deck would be to add some reach. Currently, if you lose the board, there's not a whole lot that you can do. I mean, you can try to build another board, and if you succeed, then it's all good. But you can't really kill people from hand. And in order to do that, you would want to cut the Stormwood Champion, which is quite expensive, so it is not useful in nearly every game. And then you would cut that and put in a Leroy Jenkins for additional reach. If you really don't want to craft the Corridor Creepers because they're rotating, you might even do this change before that one. After all, you can also use Leroy in decks like Odd Rogue, so there's lots of synergies between decks there as well. This point is what the most played Odd Paladin was for a long time, and it's still a very good deck. But you can still do a little bit better, because Divine Favor, while it's a great card in control matchups, you get to draw a lot of cards. In aggro mirrors and that kind of faster matchups, you usually don't have a lot of draw available from Divine Favor, because your opponent will run out of cards at the same time as you do, or even earlier. So cutting Divine Favor and putting in a Witch's Cauldron will allow you more resource generation in a wider variety of matchups. I will make a video of the full cost Odd Paladin later, and there you will see the power of Witch's Cauldron, even in control matchups. This is currently my favorite list of Odd Paladin, but I recognize that this is not one of the most popular lists. In order to make this into one of the most popular lists, you would need to also cut the Ironbeak Owl and add in Prince Liam in this spot. Prince Liam is a comeback card. If you're having a tough time, you're running out of resources, playing Prince Liam, turning some of your stuff into expensive legendaries, given that you will be able to draw them in time, can just be the thing you need to come back into a game. So that is a further option to still upgrade the deck. Another relatively popular variant is not using Ironbeak Owl, but is using Void Ripper in this slot. Because the Void Ripper switching those healths and attacks can make your Corridor Creepers have quite a lot of reach, for example. As always, there is no single way to build even a meta deck, and the builds change over time as the meta evolves. The cards themselves might be just as good as they used to be, but if your matchups change, then maybe some other card can be better in that particular situation. If you enjoy this content, then please click the like button and subscribe to my channel for more. And as always, I've prepared some gameplay material of this deck for you. These are some of the maybe stranger games that you can run into when you play Odd Paladin. Because obviously when you play Odd Paladin, there are those games where you just curve out perfectly and you hit face and you win. And there's not much to see there. But these games are trying to showcase how Odd Paladin has a lot of resiliency and ability to fight a very long game, despite being very aggressive in nature. I hope you enjoy them. Yep, Holy Fire, that's my middle name.
None will survive.
Odd and odd. I'm feeling a little bit uncomfortable with all this aggro stuff. Now you need to coin the other one too, right? On the other hand, I would need another 1-drop in addition to the Veteran to really get value here. And that is not it. So then I need to simply hero power and hit face, right? Then he cannot clear the board. If I had another 1-drop, I'd play Veteran 1-drop. I suppose this is the line. Or maybe it's just because I'm not comfortable with just hitting face all day long. I'm really going to hit face, because I think that would be terrible. Paragon out there is probably not what I'm looking for right now. I think what I'm looking for is as many minions as I can get. Let's see. Do I have the Fungal Mancer out coming up? Eventually. Next turn looks a little bit weak. Hero power. Probably won't even be a Blessing of Might target. Well, now I could kill the Dark Reaper with Raid Leader, Blessing of Might. I could also put it down to 1 health with Blessing of Might hero power. Or I could get a 5/5 taunt with Lifesteal. Well, I haven't taken any damage yet. What can you do with 4 mana about the 5/5 taunt? I don't think he can do anything about it with 4 mana.
Let me light the way.
I think I'm jamming this fellow down here. Let's see. I don't think 4 mana gives him any way to deal with this. I mean, he can kill it, but how? Okay, with Cold Blood. Yeah, he still loses the Dark Reaper. Raiders Veteran. Not go with the Fungal Mancer yet. Probably the line.
Speak your peace. The battle.
Okay, take this trade. Now he can kill something with the dagger. Oh, I do want to kill the fledgling. And I managed to draw Baku. I would need to Divine Favor into Blessing or Raid Leader or Maul. And I get to draw just 2 cards. Is that enough? But Fungal Mancer is pretty weak too. I think I need to do the Divine Favor. I think I just need to do this. Leave the fledgling alive. I have a couple of Fungal Mancers in hand. How many of these minions can he even kill?
You are not welcome here.
Okay, can he find Wind Fury? Or something useful? Having that as a 3/6 is pretty solid though. But didn't you want to kill the... Oh, now it's a 6/6 even. I guess I have to kill it. Give my minions taunt. Okay, that would be nice a little bit later. Now I think I have to kill the 6/6 fledgling. Because 6/6 fledglings are kind of scary. I think I want to kill that one. This one goes face. He still has the Scale Vein, so he still has the buffs going. Has another 5 cards too. Interesting. An interesting game. 7/7A. That's pretty strong, right? I can't do the Sacred Maul yet. And I have to trade my entire board to kill this 7/7. Not funny. I don't think Sacred Maul is good enough here. I can get a bunch of taunt minions, I can hit some face, but I don't think I can raise. 6, 7, 9 to face puts him down to 8. But I don't have reach in this deck because I don't have Leroy. What if he has Vile Spines? Maybe I do have to do this. Maybe I do have to do it like this. Get a bunch of taunts out there. He can push through my taunts. No, he can't with the Righteous Protector out there. Do I take a value trade on the Fungal Messer? I think I do. Let's see. Better 1-drops would have been better. Yeah, I think so too. I think so too. I didn't do this one correctly. I don't think there's any way for him to have lethal here, but he might have Vilespine Slayer to kill the Righteous Protector, which would still be pretty good. And I don't have any actual reach. Two, 3, 4, 5, plus 3 is 8. I'm one off. How do I survive? Because I need to survive. He's trading the way to survival. Probably. I still have Vilespine. And quite a few draws that could have won. Yes, that's what I was trying to set up for. I think we play the Baku. But this is weak against Vilespine, but if he had Vilespine I thought I would have seen it already. Leroy is not lethal now. If I didn't do it like this, then there would have been a Leroy lethal. I didn't want to give him a Leroy lethal. There can of course be Leroy Cold Blood lethal. So that's a Cold Blood that he top decked. But is there also a Leroy? Is the big question. There is no Leroy! Really?
I will silence their screams.
There's actually no Leroy. 8, 10 damage.
Reporting for duty.
Well, I know where this is going. This is going face. Okay. I could have tried to save this in case he top decks another Dark Reaper. I didn't think that was good enough. He needs 5, so Cold Blood is not enough. What is this game even? What is this game? Are you sure?
Well played. Smart move.
You know you didn't have to die. Budget Clone Priest. Yeah, that's not going to happen.
Holy fire.
Protector, Veteran, Raid Leader. What is there not to like? Except that I'm up against a Priest, and Priest... Is Priest good against Odd Paladin? I think it is, right? Budget Wallet Warrior. Come on, now you're making fun of me. The light dims, but we fight. Topsy-turvy? It's actually topsy-turvy? Huh. Interesting. Witch's Corner is really fun in Odd Paladin. Yeah, but it's an epic. Of course, everyone was given one for free. Oh, that's the best. That's the best one. Hate to see that happen. I mean, I have the option to silence it. So maybe then he can't find the pieces he wants. I think I'm silencing that one. Let's try this approach. Maybe he can't find enough Death Rattle minions without this one tutoring more. I guess he probably will, but maybe he doesn't. He can res it. Yeah, I know he can res it. But the thing he wants to do is he wants to resurrect multiple. And if he can only find the Dead Ringer at first and he has to spend the res to resurrect only the Dead Ringer, then that's a big deal. Or if he can't like pull Talnos with that. There's just so many bad things that he can pull with that. That I don't want him to be able to do. Had a Spirit Lash. Nasty. Nasty business that. I need to rebuild my board. Well, we rebuilt the board. Next he has Mass Hysteria too. Not this turn of course, but a little bit later.
Mind if I roll need?
That would be a potential 8-8 right there. Does this deck have anything that answers an 8-8? Serious question. Does it? Because my alternative is to play Raid Leader, Acheros Veteran, Squire, and trade away the Radiant Elemental, and go face with the rest. And I should still also deal with the Loot Hoarder if I go for that line.
The Frostwolf stand ready.
I think I just play the 8-8. Punch him in the face. See what happens. Some buffing happens. Yeah. Some buffing happens indeed. Okay, what kind of maul? +1 attack. So I can do the maul. Then I could trade away the Radiant Elemental, deny the cheap spells. But I don't put the Raid Leaders on the board yet, right? No, it's just Hero Power, Squire, and Maul.
Reporting for duty.
The light protects me.
And I do want to kill this one. Because that one can be a little bit scary. And these are going face. He might be able to... Oh, he's going for a Mass Hysteria, right? He might be able to get the Frostwolf Warlord. It's possible, although it's unlikely. Because all the 4 minions would have to hit... Oh, he's going to scream it. Oh dear. That hurt. Alright. I think we're screaming, Divine Favoring for some cards here. Let's find a few cards. Like this. I don't have another weapon, but I might top deck another weapon. He is 4 out of 7 into the quest. I think I can't afford to hit anyway. But it looks like he's well on his way to stabilizing. Oh, and now if he can fight Mass Hysteria with this, then he probably gets another board clear. That's got to be a Mass Hysteria that he's thinking of. It could be a Spirit Lash, I guess. But then the problem is that once he gets to 40 health, then I just won't be able to deal that much damage. He will be able to get to his combo. Have we made a budget quest warrior list? So the only legendary would be the quest. Well, people don't get quests anymore really, it's rotating out so soon, I don't think it's worth it. Baku and Ken will define the meta for the next year. They are much more important. Spirit Lashing. Solid stuff. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 minions on the board. 5 minions on the board is what I want.
Reporting for duty. Reporting for duty.
Mushroom power!
But he is already 4 out of 7 into the quest. Caldas made a Quest Shaman deck. Had a ton of fun. Yeah, Quest Shaman used to be a fun deck. I haven't played it for a while. It was pretty bad at one point when I retried it, but I have not played it like in... I actually don't think I've played it at all in Rastakhan. So far I've seen 2 Spirit Lashes, but there's one was from Shadow Vision, but the only new one could be the top deck one, because one was in the deck last turn. I've seen 1 Scream, no Mass Hysterias, and 4 out of 7 into the quest. So not going to get Amara down this turn. No, there's not enough mana. Here comes a Mass Hysteria. Where do the attacks land? Attacks land near perfectly.
Get me out of here!
I probably have to kill the test subject. He's unlikely to resurrect it, but I'll probably have to kill it. Can he be going for the combo next turn? Is that why he played this on the board? He has the rest of the pieces. No, it cannot be. Tough question. If I play just small stuff, how much damage can I have next turn? Probably not quite enough.
Reporting for duty. Reporting for duty.
I think I still need to do it like this now. There's 1 Spirit Lash left in the deck, but it was in the deck last time. There's 1 more Mass Hysteria, 1 more Psychic Scream. But if you can summon 2 more... No, another Psychic Scream comes already. These are coming too soon. Coming just a little bit too soon. I don't have a good way to deal with this. I think I probably have to go with this line and hope there's no another Mass Hysteria or something like that. This is as good as I can do. Because now he probably gets to Amara. But I might be able to kill the Amara. But can I kill him fast enough after that? Oh no! Second Shadow Visions. He has 1 Mass Hysteria left in the deck and he has a Spirit Lash left in the deck. I mean, I've already seen 5 removal pieces. I did this in case he was able to get the Amara down this turn, then I would be able to kill it with these. Whereas if I played Baku, yeah, I would be able to kill Amara with Baku, but Baku would die doing that, which would have been an issue. I guess he has a test subject in hand, but he doesn't want to play that. That would allow Amara, but that would then deny him of his combo. So I have 6, 9, 12, 15. I don't have enough damage. I'm 2 off, to be precise. So I wasn't far.
Should I will side.
But I was a little bit too far.
Reporting for duty. The battle! The battle!
Well, I hit face with everything I've got. Including this. Including this. I might die to the combo now. He has enough cards, he has enough mana. 9 cards left in his deck.
Mind if I roll need?
I don't die to combo this turn, but he gets the Amara this turn. Because he finally got this one going.
You are safe now.
So he gets to 40. How do I kill him from here? For the most part I just don't. Right? So I play the Frostwolf Warlord.
The Frostwolves stand ready.
To battle!
I kill off the Amara, of course. And I kill off the test subject. Because that's a scary fellow. And Then I can push a little bit damage to face. Okay. He might have the combo now. 7 cards left in the deck only. So he has a pretty good chance to have the combo. I've seen one of most of the combo pieces. Like I've seen one of the Radiant Elements. I see one of the test subjects. So there's also a chance that he can't find the second copies. But I do expect to die now. Or for there to at least be a Spirit Lash. Or something that keeps him alive. Because if he can deal with like the raid leaders, then I don't have enough reach. There could be Mass Hysteria too. Oh no, there is Talnos Spirit Lash, which is the perfect thing. This is the perfect thing. There is the Spirit... No. That's not a Spirit Lash. Wait, what? 21... But this is just lethal. Maybe it's still keepable. So Hunter's on the play. I will need to play the Righteous Protector probably, because he could just play 1-drop into Razormaw type of thing. But we'll see. If he doesn't have a 1-drop, obviously life is a little bit easier. Potentially anyway. There is indeed a Spring Paw. And I think this is the appropriate answer to a Spring Paw. Because now if he wanted to play like Hyena, kill off this, then I can still kill the Hyena. It's no problem. And he can have Razormaw, but then what can he find? And that essentially did nothing. So this is fine. Now the question for me is, do I want to play the Fireflies or do I want to use my hero power? I do want to trade away the Razormaw, and I want to protect the Divine Shield. I know that much. I actually want to use my hero power here. And I'll trade away the Razormaw. So now he could play the Hyena, and he could play the other links, and the Hyena could grow to 4 health, but then I could play a raid leader, and I could still kill it, if it trades the 1/1s into this. So I'm trying to constantly evaluate what is my play that I can beat a Hyena. See? This was the play that beats the Hyena. It's not certain that it's enough to carry me all the way, but at least it beat that Hyena. Oh no, that Master's Call is so good. And that Diamol is not bad either. I want to kill that Diamol. I kind of like Anoia modules. I also want to kill the Diamol. Okay, he has a bunch of other beasts in hand as well, because he was just able to draw them. He could do like Flanking Strike 1-drop, but then he could... Or he could have the Timberwolf. Well, this just means that I can still kill the Hyena. So I'm completely fine with this one too. I don't really mind this at all. I really want to kill the Hyena. So we kill the Hyena. But then what? Next turn he could have Rexxar. If I play my Fireflies out there and he has Rexxar, then he just kills them. But does he have Rexxar? How likely is it? There's a decent enough chance that he has it. I need to play the Righteous Protector anyway, because then if he plays Rexxar, he still loses the Timberwolf. I think I need to play the 1 Firefly, 2 Fire. I think I need to play this. I mean, obviously there's stuff like Unleash, and there's Rexxar. But I think I need this board right now. If he has Rexxar, then okay, at least I get rid of the Timberwolf. And I can start rebuilding after that with the Anoia module hero power. And if he didn't have Rexa, then I would have been in an extremely strong position. But he had the Rexa. That is fine. We move on from this. Next time we'll probably make a big Frostwolf Warlord. It depends what kind of beast. 6/6 beast that does nothing else. I mean, I could kill it, but should I kill it? I don't think I necessarily have to. Yeah, killing that is not strong enough. Let's go with the Frostwolf Warlord. Make a 9/9. Push a little bit of face damage. See whether he has an answer. I have a Divine Shielded Taunt here still. I have Stormwood Champion potentially for next turn. He has a bunch of cards, so he might be able to push through a Divine Shielded Taunt and then into something poisonous into Frostwolf Warlord or something. It's always possible, but I mean, there are several hundred different beasts from Rexa. You can't really play around them all. Okay, Adapt is scary. Adapt into Health is really powerful. So let's say I play the Storm with the Champion. 1, 2. I can just kill the others, but this one will live. Unless I want to use the Frostwolf Warlord to trade into it. Instead of pushing 10 to face. 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, 21. Not enough damage to kill him here. What if I just push everything to face? Because that is an option. This is a tough one. Let's try this approach. Let's see what happens here. Because now he needs something. Can he find what he's looking for? It seems so. He's able to find a Hunter's Mark. And he's able to find a Flanking Strike. But, I mean... now you have to sacrifice everything into that one, and then I only have 6 on board. I don't quite have enough. If I push 6, I can also push 5 to the face. It's okay. It's okay to push 5. That will still give me outs like the Vine Cleaver.
To battle!
Speak your peace. Speak your peace.
To battle!
I want to push this damage to the face. Because I want the possibility of Vine Cleaver top deck winning the game. Although he might also pick up a big taunt, or he can pick up lifesteal. There are lots of things that he can find, of course. But I think this is my best chance. Thunder Rhino is nice. Okay. So, right here he lives. But if I can find any reach, but I can. Nice. Then we win. Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed the show, please click the like button and subscribe to my channel for more.